Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be doing a very, what I would call self-explanatory video, yet I think also useful video, because I think a lot of people aren't thinking about some of the easy ways to make MT that you might not even be really aware of in MyTEAM. So before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 30,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, tons of consistent daily MyTEAM content. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. So everybody knows or should know at this point in the game, and if you're not aware, the #1 way to make MT right now this year is to play Domination. Plain and simple. Everybody should know that, and if you don't, now you know. 25 regular NBA Domination and Eras Domination both give you a lot of MT. You probably make around 200,000 MT from the regular Domination, and then maybe another 250K from Eras Dom. So definitely a nice chunk of MT to be had from Domination. But while modes themselves don't make you a ton of MT, for example, Showdown, Breakout, Triple Threat Park, aren't super great in terms of grinding MT whatsoever, you know what actually is that I think often gets overlooked is stuff like, for example, exhibitions. These are, it seems very, very simple, right? But people forget about exhibitions, and I don't understand entirely, to be honest. First of all, I don't really know why. Like, why would we forget about exhibitions? But exhibitions, I mean, you can do these. They reset every single day. And yes, you're not going to get really good rewards out of most of your exhibitions, but you can likely complete these exhibitions, most if not all of them, every single day, just with random cards that are sitting in your collection. And so I think exhibitions are kind of a no-brainer way to make a solid chunk of MT every single day. And yes, I know that's simple. It's obvious. I don't even have Lakers Center right now, so I can't actually complete that one. But again, you may not be able to complete every single one of these, although I think neither of those guys can play point guard either. All right, so never mind. We can't complete either of these two. But first of all, exhibitions. Just make sure you're doing these every single day. It adds up over time. The small chunks of MT you will get if you're doing these every single day, considering it literally took me, what, less than a minute to complete the exhibitions that I'm able to do. And as the year progresses, I would think #1, exhibitions will get a bit better. But #2, you're also going to have more cards in your collection, so it'll be easier to complete the majority, if not all of the exhibitions that are available. The main thing that I think people overlook is how much MT you can make from selling scrap players that are in your collection that you might not have locked in. For example, James Harden. He's not a ton of MT, right? But there's a lot of cards like this, for example, that you can go in here and sell for 700 MT here, 800 MT here. People forget about these cards that are sitting in their collection, and you can just go through and sell for 1,000 MT a piece, and you get lots of these cards for free as rewards, lots of different packs, all that type of stuff, and lots of things that you can sell. And even more importantly than players, there's other things like coaches. You might be overlooking the coaches in your collection, but these coaches sometimes will go for quite a lot. Sometimes they won't, but sometimes you'll pull a Sapphire coach or a Ruby coach. They'll go for a good chunk. Like yesterday, as I'm recording this video, I pulled a Sapphire Jason Kidd. That was 7,000 MT right there that I made. And it just continues to go like that. And then, I mean, uniforms, you're going to get tons and tons of uniforms. None of them are going to be unsellable. You see how many uniforms I have in here? Now, obviously, I could quick sell them if I wanted to for 250 MT a piece, which, by the way, is 1,000 MT per jersey, so, or per 4 jerseys. Like, it does add up, and you get all this stuff just in random packs constantly, or you can send it to the auction house and try to sell it for more. But for me, I would probably just realistically go through and quick sell most of these jerseys. Y'all see how many jerseys I have, though? I have 9 pages of jerseys that I could go through and quick sell right now. Let's just say, which, I mean, bronze jerseys go for 250, silver jerseys go for 275, and then gold jerseys go for 350. Let's say you're making an average of around 250. We'll just say on the low end per jersey, and you have 7 pages of jerseys. That's 7 times 15, which is, quick maths, 105. 105 times 250, which is again on the low end if they're all bronze jerseys, that's like over 25,000 MT right there. I mean, I have 9 pages of jerseys sitting here right now, or sorry, 8 full pages of jerseys now sitting in my collection. This is 40,000 MT right here, even if I just go through and quick sell every single jersey that I'm not using. Same thing with all this stuff, and not all these things quick sell for as much. For example, floors only quick sell for 75, but let's say you sell each floor on the auction house for 250 a piece. There you go. You're making another 1,000 MT for every 4 quarts. And again, it's just going to add up. I think the biggest thing, the biggest 2 areas that people are missing out on MT especially is badges. Badges are I didn't mean to send it to my auctions, but badges are a absolute gold mine of MT. Like these badges are 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, sometimes 4,000 or 5,000 MT a piece. You can make so much MT from selling badges. There are lots and lots of little things in your auction house, or in your binder, I should say, that are going to sell for a good chunk on the auction house. And yes, it can be a little bit tedious, but like I'm never going to use the Versatile Visionary badge. They're going for 1,000 MT a piece right now. I might as well throw those up on the auction house. I'll sell this jersey as well. I'm not going to go through and during the video quick sell all this stuff, but I will literally come in here once a week and just sell badges that I'm not using. Like for example, I'll probably use the break starter badge, so I'm going to keep that one. But for badges that I'm not going to use, that I don't think are as good, I'll go through and sell them. Players that have a little bit of value, I'll go through and sell them too. And all this stuff is going to add up. And then, I mean, I haven't even gotten to shoes. Shoes are another huge source of MT. Look how many shoes I mean, I think I quick sold my shoes on Sunday, and it is now Tuesday night as I record this video, and I have 4 pages of gold, silver, and bronze shoes, and that's not even including diamond shoes, which, by the way, a lot of these are quick sellable as well for 300 MT themselves. But like gold shoes go for 225 MT. Silver shoes, 150 MT. All of these things add up to so much MT. You literally, if you have not been going through your binder and staying updated on this stuff, and it's something that I haven't done with all these areas, but a lot of them I have, and selling each of these items, yes, it can be a little bit tedious, but you could literally be sitting on tens, if not hundreds of thousands of MT, depending on how much of the game you've played and how much of the stuff you've quick sold, if any of it. It all adds up, and it all is a nice chunk of MT. And honestly, that's one of the biggest values of the auction house, is that it provides value to all of these small things that you may not be thinking about whatsoever, that would just sit in your binder last year and had no real value, but this year actually do because of the auction house. Between badges and shoes and courts and jerseys and all that different stuff, you can go through and make so much MT just off of small little things. And yeah, it can be a little bit tedious, but here's the thing. Not everybody has money to spend hundreds of dollars on packs, and to compete with these top tier cards, you kind of have to do that unless you are willing to do this type of stuff. And this is a way that you can make 70,000 MT right now in your binder, for example, 50, 60, 70,000 MT, go through and sell all this stuff. And maybe it's more for you if you haven't done this. Like I said, you literally could be sitting on 100,000+ MT in your binder right now, and just go through here every week, every 2 weeks, and sell all the stuff you're not doing. Auction a lot of it, quick sell the stuff that you're not willing to auction and don't have the patience for, or whatever the case may be. But you're going to make so much MT, and it's going to add up so quickly. I mean, literally from quick selling, I'm almost at 10,000 MT, and I've been quick selling stuff for a minute. Like just shoes, that you can make so much easy MT just quick selling stuff and posting stuff on the auction house for low and all that type of thing. And if you're willing to really sit there and grind it, you can make even more MT, because you can consistently quick sell a lot of stuff that like sell stuff on the auction house for even more MT. So say you can sell a jersey or a court for 500 MT, you're even doubling your profit. And yes, it takes more time and it's more tedious, and you have to wait on the pending section, stuff like that. But literally just from quick selling, what, 4 pages of shoes, I just made 10,000 MT. Like 12,000 MT right there just from quick selling that. And that doesn't have anything to do with all this other stuff. And injury cards don't go for a ton, do they? But I like to quick sell all of my injury cards except for the all injury cards, because the all injury cards heal all the injuries, and I generally find that I have enough all injury cards to heal any injury that I may have. So I'll quick sell all these injury cards, and again, it's not a huge chunk of MT, but it does all add up. And I think people are just unaware of the amount of MT that might just be sitting in their auction house, or in their binder, I should say, right now, and it just adds up so quickly and can be such a big source of MT. Even takeover cards. I mean, that's another thing I literally haven't talked about. You probably have a bunch of takeover cards sitting in your collection. This one, this takeover card is 6,000 MT right there. That's 5K. I'll throw it up for 5K right now. It might sell, it might not, but it probably will, because that's a good undercut of 1,000 MT from the other ones that are up on the auction house. Like, there is so much MT to be made in your collection this year because of the auction house that you very likely are completely unaware of. And I know this seems very basic and very self-explanatory, because in a way it kind of is. But at the same time, don't overlook the amount of MT you have, because it's something that you might just be lazy about. I don't want to sit here and spend the time grinding and selling all this type of stuff. But it is so much MT that you can just easily make from badges and all these different types of cards that are all auctionable and all have real value. And I just think it's very, very overlooked. I mean, diamond shoes for 2,000 MT. Like, if you want to just sit here and sell them, that's only 750 right there. But you sell them for 500, 700, 1,000 MT, depending on the shoe, you can make so much easy MT from so many different areas in your collection. And I just think it's something that you need to not be overlooking, because the amount of MT that you might just have sitting there because you're too lazy to get to it could be a lot more than you think, and probably is a lot more than you think, especially if you haven't done this so far this year. So very simple video, yes, but I think a helpful one nonetheless. Go through your binder, quick sell all the stuff that you have, go post some things that might have a little bit of value on the auction house, and make some MT, because you can really make some easy MT. And the thing is, you may not make enough MT to buy a pink diamond, like you're not going to, but there are a lot of affordable diamonds that are very, very solid cards that are out there, not to mention all the different gems, the game cards and all that type of stuff. But there's a lot of good cards that are a buyout right now. Guys like Anthony Parker, and that Kenny Anderson isn't bad, ML Carr, Cliff Robinson, Jeff Ruland, a lot of good Kiki, a lot of good cards in the auction house right now that are buyouts that you can go get. And I just think you can make a lot more MT and help upgrade your team in ways that you may not be thinking of. So I know this is a very simple video, but I hope it does help out a lot of y'all, because this is something that is very easily overlooked and really can be a huge chunk of MT and a huge chunk of profit if you're paying attention to it. So with that being said, that is going to do it for this video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.